So I wanted to do a quick video with my Gamo Urban 22 caliber air rifle, just comparing some pellets. I was interested in seeing how the heavier pellets and even some slugs would work in this air rifle. It's pretty much completely stock. I did go ahead and max out the hammer spring screw. If you don't know how to do that, you can look that up. There's some handy videos on that online. And then also for this test, I was sure to try to keep the rifle as consistent as I could without a regulator. So between every batch of pellets, I did pump up about 20 pumps into the rifle. So all of these shots are within a pretty close range. They're within 3,000 psi down to maybe a low of 1750 psi for all of these shots that I've made. I know from other videos that I've seen that that's well within the kind of sweet spot that this rifle likes to be in. So I made sure to refill the rifle with about 20 pumps with my air pump in between each test. The pellets I tested today, H&N Hunter Extreme, or Barracuda Hunter Extreme, which is 18.5 grain, and the H&N Terminator, which is at 16.3 grain. And then I had a couple packs of pellets sent to me. I think his name is Dale on eBay. He makes these custom pellets. They're really nice. I really recommend checking his work out. He was super helpful online. These are his extra large hollow point in 22 cal. These are 22 grain. And then these are, again, a slug. Also a hollow point, but a standard hollow point at 0.218, and these are 22.5 grain. So I tried 2 slugs, 2 heavyweight pellets today. I shot them at the target, shot them at some homemade ballistics gel, and we'll go through the results. So my first 2 groups here, 2 5-shot groups. These are the extra large hollow points at 25 yards. That's 2 5-shot groups there. You can see how big that red circle is. That bullseye is probably a little smaller than a quarter. And then up top here, these are 2 5-shot groups with the standard hollow point in 0.218. And then I wanted to show you the results of the ballistics gel. It's kind of hard to see, but the first test I went kind of widthwise through this ballistics gel. And you can see this was 2 3-round groups. These ones on, disregard these down here. But those stripes you see off to the right-hand side, this one here and that one deep to it, that's the standard hollow point, and you can see it passed right through all 3 of them. And then over to the left, this is the extra large hollow point. You can see all 3 of these shots entered here and all expanded and are lodged in the gel. Then I shot it lengthwise, so I went in this side. Again, 2 3-shot groups. You can see the 3 holes on the right here. This is what that standard hollow point round or pellet slug looks like. So it did expand, and I missed one shot a little bit high. You can see it came out through the top, but these other 2, that's as expanded as they get, it appears, and they stopped in about 4.5, 5 inches of gel. And then obviously there's 3 more of the extra large hollow point. Those are all again lodged in the gel. All right, so now I've tried a couple pellets. This is the H&N Barracuda. It's an 18.5 grain. And the H&N Terminator, which is a little over 16 1/3 grain. Not as scientific because I had one target left, but that's 2 3-round groups. These shot almost identically. You can see that's 6 holes there. I can pretty much cover all but one outlier with the pad of my thumb. So that's pretty good. I shot them at the Ballistics gel. I already had some experience with these, so I went ahead and I only shot them through the long side of the gel. There's some pellets already in here, so I'll point out what's what if I can figure it out. So I shot them in this way. You can see these are the Barracudas here and here. So they almost went through the entire Ballistics gel. It's probably 5.5, 6 inches of penetration there before they stopped. And that's about as much expansion as you'll get. And then actually I was surprised, the Terminators are actually, there's one there. That's the farthest that one of the Terminator pellets made it. You can see it didn't travel quite as far. It's a 16 1/3 grain pellet. Pretty good expansion. You can see the cavity here where that one went in. And I'm actually kind of impressed with that one. Just a comparison between the Slug. This was the normal, the standard hollow point Slug at 22.5 grain. And this was the Barracuda at 18.5 grain. And you can see they're pretty similar. The hollow point stopped maybe 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch sooner than the Barracuda, but fairly similar. The standard hollow point Slug in 22.5 grain, and the pellet Barracuda, and really the Terminator at 18.5 and 16 1/3 respectively. I've gone ahead and dug out some of the pellets from the Ballistics gel just to show you a before and after. We'll start with the Slugs, because these are really what I was hoping to hunt with the Gamo Urban. And so we look here up top. These are the regular hollow point 22.5 grain, and you can see the expansion there. There's the original unfired pellet on the right, and the pellet that I retrieved from the Ballistics gel on the left. You can see how that mushroomed. I'll show you from the side here what they look like. Below that I have the extra large hollow point. These are a 22 grain Slug, and whoa, this is just fully mushroomed out. You can see how much larger the extra large hollow point is compared to the standard hollow point there on the right. And it is just completely mushroomed. I can't even lay it on its side. It's got virtually nothing left that didn't mushroom out. And then down here we have the 2 pellets. The Barracuda. So here's the Barracuda before and after. Pretty good expansion. You can see it kind of followed this pattern. That's why they put that plus sign pattern in there. You can see the kind of clover shape that the pellet took. And then here are the terminators. Again, fully expanded as far as the pellet's concerned. It can't get much wider than that. You can still see the little peak is still there. The little point remained on the terminator, which I think is kind of cool. So final concluding remarks. I have to admit, even though I was hoping to use the slugs, the pellets, both pellets grouped much tighter with the Gamo Urban than the pellets did. The pellets just don't seem to be as accurate. Now I might go back and change the hammer spring adjustment, maybe back it out another turn or two. Right now the hammer spring on my Gamo Urban, you can go in and adjust it. Mine is at 15 turns in from all the way out. That is the maximum power that you can get out of this air rifle. But I have read a couple posts that said they lost some accuracy when they maxed it out. So maybe I'll try maybe 2 turns back from full power, but I don't know. We'll see if I get better accuracy out of the slugs, but this time around the pellets, I believe, are the winners, all things considered. Good expansion and good shot grouping on the target and the ballistics gel.